Hi, this is Kari from Tone Wars. We're going to go live in just a few minutes, but before we do, I just wanted to take a few seconds to say a few things. Jarrod and I really appreciate when you guys tune in and interact with us when we go live. We work very hard to make sure that our live streams and our produced videos are educational and entertaining for everyone. Believe it or not, there's a lot of work that goes into our live streams and our produced videos. So if you like what you're experiencing here, here's a couple ways you can help us out. The Super Chat feature is turned on and any amount will be appreciated. Jarrod is also available for private consultation for a nominal fee. You can contact Jarrod through two of the links below. One is through our Tone Wars Facebook page and the other is through email. So thank you so much for your support. The live stream's about ready to start, so go pour yourself your favorite glass of whiskey or other libation and we'll be right with you. Cheers!
Welcome to Tone Wars.
Hey, what's up? I had to check my fingers to make sure I had the right ones. Welcome to Tone Wars Sunday night edition.
Yes.
I'm Kari. This is Jarrod.
Yes. Sure are.
Hello, everybody.
This mic figured out here.
Yeah. We have had such a fun day. I know, you want to go into all of the, he's like, I'm super stressed out and blah, blah, blah. But it was super fun and worth every bit of work and stress and nerves that went into it.
Yep. We had a fun day. We certainly did. Why don't you go over what we're going to cover tonight, and
sure.
then we'll say hi to everybody, and then we'll talk about some of the stuff that we did.
All right. Yeah, now I'm looking for my screenshot of what we're actually going over tonight. So we have some exciting news regarding live Line 6 and Live Ready Sound.
Yep.
All right.
Uh-huh. So we'll go over that in a little bit.
All right. We're going to go over your comments in the chat. Mm-hmm. I'm going to sing here in a few minutes. We're going to get that out of the way up front and get the nerves just to worry about it through the whole show.
I just learned this song today, so yes. I'm like really nervous.
We've been talking about doing this song for a long time, and it just came down to me going, all right, so we're doing it tonight.
And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm learning this song.
It's going to happen now.
And it's like, this song is very, well, it's just very different from what I'm normally used to playing. It's a great song. It just doesn't, it's just, I had to unlearn everything I know about guitar to learn this.
Funny. And then you got some new mics. You got some new toys this week.
Yeah, I did. I got some new toys this week. And we're going to go ahead and, this mic is not picking us up properly today for some reason.
Does this little thing need to be flipped?
It's probably on the two circles, right? That's where it needs to be.
It's in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, so it's picking both of us up. It's just, it's far away.
Ah.
That's just how it goes.
Shall we scoot in?
Well, we can a little bit. Yeah,
how's that?
Let's huddle around the mic. Yeah, I'm just looking at the meter here. So
yeah.
Anyways,
then you've got a guitar tone demo.
Yes, I do. I have a guitar tone demo for you guys with my new mics, my new toys. So, yeah, I got a lot going on tonight. I got the Kemper hooked up. I got the MT15 hooked up through my Helix, and I'm using my 4-cable method preset that is available on our website. It's pretty much my go-to preset now when I'm using amps. Yeah. It sounds great with every amp I have, so I'm just going here for now. And I got several 4-cable method presets on the Helix that I've been using, but this is it for me. I've dialed it in, so it just works. It's so like good. Yep. Yeah, and I have more presets to come, and we'll talk about that later. You want to
say hi to some people?
Yes,
We've got Jeff Cornell was the first one in the waiting room.
Cheers, Jeff, and by the way, cheers to you.
Oh, mine is way back here because I got other things on my table. Cheers. So Jeff Cornell, hello. Sean Casey says, hi, Kari and Jarrod and Kitty. Hopefully Kitty Witty won't be in tonight.
He got a haircut, too.
Yes.
He looks like a little baby lion now.
Mm-hmm. Jeff says, hey, Jarrod, in the Arnold voice, hear me now and believe me later.
Hear me now, believe me later. Come on, you flappinator.
Jason Taylor. Hi, Jason.
What's up, Jason? Good to see you.
Frank Rashad. Hi, Frank.
Hello, Frank. What's happening?
My girlfriend, Elisa, says, have you thought about the hype man offer? It still stands, just saying. She would be the best hype man ever. I am not even joking.
She's a lot of fun.
So much fun.
She's a riot.
I'm going to spend Tuesday. She's going to meet my kids for the first time. I figured out that I have known you, Elisa, for like 20 years. Like, I think we met in like 2000, 2001-ish. So...
Yeah.
And my daughter will be 12, and she's
wow.
never. But by the time it's time for us to get together, it's adult time.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get away from my children and spend some time with her. So that's coming up. Anyway.
You guys need to hang out at Chuck E. Cheese or something.
Yes. Aaron Lucas. Hey, Aaron.
What's up, Aaron? How you doing?
He says, starting the week off right with a dose of Kari and biscuits.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Sean Casey says he loves the shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have arranged chairs differently.
I skipped over some people. We've got Daryl McMillan.
Hey, Daryl, what's happening?
Gunnerman 54.
Hey, what's up, man?
Let's see. Warm Cord. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Jay?
Let's see.
Hopefully he's sitting out on his patio watching.
Right.
With all that new stuff he's got. That table looks amazing.
Mike Jacobs says, hi all from humid Ohio.
Oh,
right?
what's going on?
It's humid in Michigan, too.
It is, man. It's like pea soup out there right now. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So, so yeah, usually on Sundays, I come over here in early afternoon and we get some food and talk about what we're doing and practice if we have to practice and set up the place. And today, so I've been talking about wanting to buy a gun recently, and I haven't shot a gun since I was in high school. Like my dad's pellet gun to the Folgers coffee can in the backyard kind of thing. And I've been talking to Jarrod about it, and today I show up and he's like, we're going on a field trip.
We're going on a field trip, girl. We're going to have some fun.
And we sure did. We went to, what was it called? Accurate Firearms?
Yeah, Accurate Firearms, like 10 minutes from the house.
Dixie Highway in Clarkston, yeah. And I came away with a souvenir. I got a burn from a shell on my collarbone.
She got some hot lead on her skin.
I did. Apparently I didn't dress appropriately.
You've been baptized by fire.
That's right. But so anyway, I literally haven't shot since I've been a teenager, and I am not a teenager anymore. So the first gun I shot was a Glock 44 22 caliber.
Yep.
Right? You can tell them. This is. Can you see the
we,
holes? Can they see them?
I don't think so. Run it up there.
Run it up. See this one right here?
That was her first shot.
Wait.
Those down in the bullseye.
This one.
Yeah.
That was my first shot.
Yep, her first shot was a bullseye. It's one right in the center there. That was your first shot.
I thought it was the top one.
Nope, it was the center one, because I remember going, holy crap. No, it was that one. Yeah. That was your first shot.
That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And then Jarrod has another gun that looks like a machine gun.
It's an AR.
It's an AR.
Look what she did with that.
That thing was scary and all kinds of fun.
Dude, she's a natural. I couldn't believe how good she was. Like, she literally was like bullseye after bullseye. And it was like, you got to be kidding me. You know? And I was like, I even told you, I was like, you're a natural. You should totally get a gun and enjoy having one. I feel sorry for anybody breaking in your house, man. You're going to hit them right between the eyes.
Well, now I just have to buy one of them. So we got to...
Yeah, you did really good.
Thank you very much for the field trip.
Oh, it was fun, man.
It was fun, but also I was definitely nervous and a little green and a little. It took me a while
I am right now.
Yeah, it took me a while for it to wear off too. It was like a big responsibility, and I don't know. Even when I also was nervous that I was going to do like a typical stupid thing and, you know, scare everybody and be like, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Shoot the bullseye and be like, look, everyone.
Yeah, woo! That's funny.
Like in those comedies, you know. No, she really did good. I mean, she was a natural. It was crazy. You know, the thing is, though, was the first time I went shooting, I got the same way, like in the range, because there's so many rules, and they got cameras on you, and it's like, oh, what happens if I do something wrong? And you got to worry about everyone else's safety as well as your own. Yeah. So you're like, you don't want to be the doofus that gets kicked out, you know. Right. So like you move very slowly, and then like when you know, slap the clip in, you're like, and rack it, you're like, all right, it's showtime, and it's like. Okay.
When he left, because like the guy at the front desk, the worker, whatever, he comes out and if you're brand new, they don't leave you until they feel comfortable that you know what you're doing. And I didn't want him to leave, but he left. I got used to it, and I guess I didn't do so darn bad.
No, you did really good. You did really good. The ARs, I'll tell you, they're great guns because you can't miss with them. You just can't.
Nugent would be proud, Aaron Lucas says. Daryl McMillan said Kari did the hot brass dance. Yeah, I did. I kept telling him, I'm like, it got me. He's like, yeah, you're fine. And then I get home and look in the mirror, I got this like welt on my collarbone. It's bad. Stung. It burned for a while.
You know what's funny though? The last time I went, it was like last week, and I had a loose collar. Mm-hmm. I had 3 of them go down my shirt.
Whoop. Yep, in your back or front?
Yeah, my back. Ow. Yep, because they bounce off the wall right next to you, and then they go, and one landed on my head today, so that was fun.
Next time, I'm going to bring a zip, like a turtleneck or something. Anyway, well, there's 22 people watching. That's pretty good for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here, guys. I mean, so I mean, we had fun doing that. Yeah. It was great, you know. I think that, you know, just having a gun for personal protection is a great idea. Yeah. It really is. And they're fun to shoot, and it's a great skill to learn. And,
or
you know,
just be naturally good at.
Yeah. Or just be naturally good at.
I was shocked. I didn't
didn't
anticipate that. But now I feel like, hey, I could take up a new hobby.
I'm a sharpshooter.
Yeah. I could be a sniper.
You're a real regular Oakley Annie, aren't you? Or Annie Oakley or whatever.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yep. So she did really good. It was fun. Then we came back here and we had to learn this song. Well, I had to learn this song. And she sings it so well. Like it was like this song was written for her. And I feel really nervous right now because we're going to play it. And I don't want to screw it up and make her look bad.
Oh, stop. You know? You're going to be just fine.
But we're probably going to do a cover of it.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to do a full-blown, like, go in the studio and just...
I would love it.
Rearrange it a little bit and add our spice to it and make it huge. So that's kind of what I would like to do with it.
Do you want to, before we jump into it, what sound are you using? What tones and what equipment? And...
well, tonight for this particular song...
Yeah.
I'm unplugging my wireless right now. So for this song, I have a really nice patch dialed in on my Kemper, which is it's a piezo. It's for my piezo. You guys have heard it 1,000 times. Mm-hmm. Like it's what I use. And then when I test out my tones for the you know, the MT15 with my new mics and stuff, I'm going to use the MT15 obviously with my Mesa cab, and then I'm going to be using my Helix to, you know, provide the switching and routing and, you know, and the effects if I'm going to use effects tonight. Which I don't know if I'm going to use effects tonight or not because I can't really reach my Helix right now because the room is packed with gear. So I'll probably do a couple mixes for you guys and just keep them simple tonight just to show you what... the main thing is just to show you what it sounds like, you know, with these new mics. And I got to tell you, man, I'm really happy with these mics. They're amazing. You know, I'm getting some great tones with them. And I just shot about 30, I think, profiles with the MT15 yesterday. I spent the afternoon doing that and categorizing them and everything with 2 different mic setups. Yeah. The first mic setup is the Sennheiser E609 with the i5, which always sounds amazing. But the second one was with the 421 and 57. And I just kind of put them where I thought they would sound good, and I guessed right, and everything sounded great. So I shot a bunch of profiles with that, and man, does it sound good.
Yeah.
I mean, very refined, very nice sounding.
And now are these going to be up on your website anytime soon?
Yes, I ordered the artwork for the boxes, so it's coming within the next day or so, and then I'll put them up within, I don't know, a few days, and then I'll announce it and stuff.
And that's just super easy, tonewars.com, right?
Yep, tonewars.com.
Tonewars.com.
Can't go wrong.
You got lucky on that.
Yeah, I did. You know what's funny is when I went to buy that, I was shocked that it was available.
Yeah.
I bought the website or the
rights
the
to the
IRL
name or whatever,
URL or whatever. I bought it for like, I don't know, it was like $45, and now it's worth almost $300.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, it's going up.
You got it just in time. Yeah. Don't forget to renew it, because if you forget, somebody will snap it up.
Oh yeah, I think it's on auto renew.
Okay.
So I paid for like 10 years.
Oh, good.
And it's on auto renew. So yeah, so I'm
Way
good.
to think positively there, Grumblatt.
That's right. That's right, man. I'm in this for the long haul. As long as life will let me, you know, I'm down. But yeah, so it's weird. I'm like in this position right now where I want to get this song done.
Let's do it.
But I'm also wanting to I'm so nervous I want to stall as well. So I don't know really what I should do. Honestly, guys, like she sings the snot out of the song. She does a really good job with it. And I just don't want to screw it up, you know. Let me see. What do I need here?
You tell me.
Let me make sure I got my stuff here. Normally we're not this unorganized, but...
I got turned down.
And then we'll get to the nasty amp sounds after this.
Yeah.
I'll probably blow off some steam with that. So what I got to do here, let me pull... I have a cheat sheet of chords for me because I played it right twice today while we were practicing, so
you're gonna be
maybe
fine.
this will be number 3. We'll see. But
we'll just play it slow.
Yeah, we'll just ease into it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here we go. Let me mute the room mic, and I'll turn your singing mic on.
Sure. So this is My Immortal, an Evanescence tune.
If you have to leave, I wish that you would just leave, 'cause your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. When you held your hand through all of these years, you held all of me. You used to captivate me by your resonating light. Now I'm bound by the life you left behind. Your face, it haunts my once pleasant dreams. Your voice, it chased away all the sanity in me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd cry away all of your fears. I held your
We're lost. We're lost. That's okay. Here, let's just end it. It's okay. No worries. He did. He told me.
Yeah, I had a feeling I wasn't ready for it tonight, and sure enough, I got lost in the notes, man. I was trying to read the notes and watch my guitar, and I'm like, where the hell am I?
That's all right.
Yeah, I almost had it.
Well, maybe we can do it again next week.
Oh, we'll do it next week. Yeah, I almost had it because I had the bridge, and I screwed up. I went to the bridge early, and I was like, oh, crap. That's not the bridge yet.
All right.
It was a bridge too soon, not a bridge too far. Anyway, live TV, man.
All right,
That's
well,
the way
let's
it
see
goes.
what we got going on here. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Oh, Jay, Arnold buying Kemper profiles on Tone Wars website.
Oh my
Do you
God.
want a second before you do your Arnold
Yeah,
impression?
let me have a second.
Okay.
I gotta wash this off of me here.
Damien says, awesome song, one of my favorites. One of my
it
favorites,
is.
too. I have loved Evanescence since, well, I want to
they
say
first
high
came
school,
out.
but I was out of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, since they first came out. I mean, I went to see them at, like, in Grand Rapids when they were in, like, Kellogg something or another.
Oh, yeah.
Just one of those smaller venues, and I've loved them ever since.
Yep, they're a great band. We did a cover in our old band. Of
Yeah.
What we Wake Me Up or
Wake
whatever
Me
it's
Up.
called.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wake me up inside.
Yep. In fact, the music that we use and that I use in the intro of the show after we say "Welcome to Tone Wars," that's part of the guitar solo from that song.
Is it? Yep.
Yeah, I actually sliced it out of the song and used it for this. So
Sweet.
that's part of that. It's funny.
Elisa, you're right. We've seen them a couple times together. Her dad got us tickets to go over to Windsor. They were doing a show with a symphony, so it was them, and then they had an orchestra behind them, and that was such a cool vibe. Good memories. Let's see. Damien sounded great. Missed the higher change. Yeah, but it rocked.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it was one of those things where I got lost in the notes, and I was like, where am I? And I'm not. I literally learned it today. So it's one of those things where I was telling her before we went live, I'm like, I'm practice ready, but I'm not live ready. And she was like, we'll be fine. And I'm like,
I did. I pushed him.
I'm like, no, we won't, but okay, I'll give it a shot.
Damien says, wake me up would be killer to hear on here. No?
Yeah.
We've done it acoustically before.
It's been a while, but we could certainly do it. You know, I'm not afraid of that one because we haven't played that in like 4 years. So yeah.
David Walls, thank you very much for the compliment. Thank you for all of the compliments. I appreciate it. Frank Rashad, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And did I already say hi to Scotty Reno? He says, woohoo, better late than never.
Oh, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah. So anyway, we're all caught up.
Sweet. Well, let's go over some of the stuff.
And I'm gonna get my table closer. My whiskey here.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go over some of the stuff here. So we have some exciting news regarding the Line 6 deal. So Frank Rashad invited me to be part of their marketplace. So,
thank you.
Yeah, so thank you. I'm honored to be invited, and I'm going to publicly accept right now. So I got to go and we have some little bit of paperwork and stuff we got to do. But I mean, I think this is a great opportunity for us. And, so basically what I'll be doing is creating presets of the Line 6 Helix, the Podgo, and the HX Stump.
Yeah.
So 3 products I'll be creating presets for. I'll be focusing a lot on the 4 cable stuff because I guess there's a need for that in the marketplace. So I'll be honored and happy to fill that need with some really good presets for 4 cable. Now, here's the thing, like I'm going to go all out on this. Like the 4-cable preset that I'll be using tonight is sick. It's really, really good. And I'm not just saying that because I made it. I'm just saying I really like it. It's been very handy for me. And it's got all the effects and everything dialed in the way I like it. And it works really well with all of my amps. You know, it works great with the amps that I'm using. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those a step further, and I'm actually going to create the HX command with them, and put those on separately for people who just, you know, some people don't, you know, some people might want just the preset without the HX command, and then some people want both. So if you want both, it'll be a little extra, but it'll be awesome. I'm going to go in and program everything. I mean, I'm going to go to the nth degree and make sure everything's programmed properly.
He goes to the nth degree.
Yeah, I'm a nitpicker, man. I'm very picky with all that stuff. So I'm going to be super picky about all that. So, but yeah, I'm really honored to do that. And I'll do that with all the things, you know, like I said, Podgo, Helix, and HX Stomp. But I'll also be creating some presets as well that you can just use direct. And what I did is I teamed up with Tim over at Live Ready Sound.
I'm looking for viewer comments.
Oh, that's cool.
If you wonder why I'm
that's cool. So Tim has created some really good impulse responses for me to pair with all the presets that I'm going to be programming in. So no better place to go than Tim. So I'll have that stuff with the presets. So in the Helix, what you're going to get is 2 IRs. I'm going to do a dual IR setup so that you can have like a really nice full-bodied one and a nice one that helps you cut, and I'll pair those together and give you those. So, and then for the Podgo and the HX Stomp, it'll be single IRs, you know, because the DSP is different. So anyways, I'm looking forward to that, and again, I'm very honored to be part of that and have our stuff up there on Line 6's website on their, you know, marketplace, which is cool. What the cool thing is like what Line 6 is doing is they're really creating a nice community with this. I mean, they're actually having users put stuff on there, and they're having this really nice kind of community oriented thing where you can contribute, and I don't know any other company that does that. So I really think it's cool.
It's a good thing you got going there.
Yeah, I really think it's cool that they do that. I really do, because they're being pretty inclusive with it. And I'm like I said, why would I turn that down? That's freaking awesome.
I have to have a few drinks so that we can try the song again.
I don't know how I got lost. I was watching. You could see me. I'm like staring at the screen, and I'm like, how the hell did I get lost? Yeah. So we'll have to see.
Maybe I was the one that got lost. Maybe I led you into the bridge too soon.
I have no idea. All I know is I knew something was coming up soon, and I went into what I thought was coming up, and apparently I was off. At least I didn't do any wrong key things where it made you sound sour.
Sorry.
That's the worst, man.
It's all right.
Now we're gonna have to go over this some more. Like I said, there's practice ready, and then there's live ready.
Yeah.
And I know when I'm live ready. When I'm live ready, I could do it with my eyes closed.
He warned me. He did. I have memorized it. Well, I've been bugging him to do this song for years.
Today was the first time I ever heard the song.
No, it's
not. Yeah, it is.
not.
You sent it to me today, and I was like, oh, well, that's what the song sounds like.
We did this with Dave.
You and Dave did it, but I just kind of,
well, you were there. You heard it.
Yeah, well.
It's not the first time you heard the song.
Well, it's the first time
How would you know that I sing it amazingly if you never heard it? Well,
okay. I heard you sing it during practice amazingly. No, I've never heard their version of it, is what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never heard their version of it until you sent it to me today. So I was like, oh, well, that's what it is. But that didn't really help me because it's all piano until the end. Yeah. So I'm like, what do I do with this?
Yeah.
So that's when I texted you. I'm like, we need to cover this.
Yes.
Because I think we could blow it up with some big, big, heavy, nasty guitars.
For real stuff.
Yeah, like nastiness. So that's what I want to do, So, yeah, but today was the first time I heard it like that.
Let's see. David Wells. Hey, have you heard of Bugera? They are Behringer's versions of tube amps.
Yeah.
You can get a full tube 120 watt amp for $400 and sounds amazing.
Yeah, I heard they're pretty good. Glenn Fricker did a review of those, and he said that they sound good, but he didn't know if they would be roadworthy. That was his critique on it. Because I mean, let's face it, it's I'm sure it sounds good. but whether or not it could take the rigors of the road, we don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody that's taken one out. I'm not saying nobody has, but I just don't know anybody that has. I do have an episode coming up about a, like you guys have been asking me, like a rig under $1,000, for like a really good rig under $1,000. So keep your eyes open for that. I do have an episode coming out about that. And I found the perfect combination for you guys that I think this is a winner, total winner, chicken dinner. So
winner, chicken dinner. Damien says he would love to hear us do Alone by Heart.
Oh, boy, there's some notes.
Tonight, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a.
Oh boy, Damien. We're gonna have to use your drop pedal on
yeah, you might have to pick a lower key. Yeah, there's some big notes there, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Helium.
Right, I need some helium. Jason Taylor says the only thing the user would still need to do with the 4 cable method templates is to program any MIDI channel changes, which is probably what most people have trouble with.
Yes. Now, the thing is with MIDI, I mean, I thought about that. I thought about, well, I could program things, but I don't really know what people want, number one, because everybody's got different amps with different, CC numbers and stuff like that on it. So it's really hard to know, but honestly, like, once you get that part, it's easy. And if you watch my video on how I paired my Helix with the Synergy system, you'll see how I did all the programming with the MIDI on it. And it's once you learn it, it's easy, but it's figuring it out to begin with. That's the hard part. It's kind of like tying your shoes. Yeah. Learning how to tie your shoes is not fun, But once you learn how to do it, you do it with your eyes closed. It's like nothing. So it's one of those things. It's kind of like learning the song. Once you learn it,
Jeez.
You can play it.
Daryl McMillan says, I have a friend that's been touring with a Bugera for years with no issues.
Wow.
Is that how you say it? Bugera? B-U-G-E-R?
Yeah.
Bugera?
Bugera. I don't know. Tomato. But yeah, I heard they're good. I heard they're pretty good sounding amps, But like I said, I haven't played one, so I really don't know.
Please don't send him one. I don't want to deal with the whole post office and broken.
I mean, if somebody wants to send me something, that's fine. I just try to minimize it a little bit, but I mean, it's okay,
Funny.
Yep. I'm all good with it.
They're still talking about Alone. Elisa seconds it.
Oh, no.
I like Heart, for sure.
Yeah, I like Heart a lot. They had, what was that album back in the 80s? Who Do You Run To and all those? Oh, my God. That was a great album. Loved that album. We listened to it all the time.
I've been doing the 80s throwback music for a couple weeks. It's just keeping me in a good mindset.
Same here.
And I made a Jimmy Buffett station on
Ooh, that's
Pandora.
A good one. That's a good... Yeah, he's great for just sitting back and just chilling, and not worrying about stuff. What was it I was listening to the other day? I listened to...
I feel like there's another
Huey Lewis in the News.
Yes, Huey Lewis in the News.
And Duran Duran's Greatest
Eddie
Hits.
Money, that was the other one. How can you be in a bad mood when you listen to Eddie Money?
Yeah, same thing with the other two. I mean, it just really it takes you away from all the stuff, that's going on. You know.
My friend was on vacation in Orlando. Her name's Eden. And she went live by the pool waiting for her family to come down, and I could hear Whitney Houston in the background, and so I'm like, hey, it's Whitney Houston, I want to dance with somebody. And then Eddie Money came on, and she had no idea who he was. I'm trying to remember the song, but she was chair dancing anyway in her video, and I'm like, it's Eddie Money, Eden, how do you not know who that is?
He only opened Pine Knob every year for ever.
Yeah. Scott Fulmer, thank you very much for the super chat. He says, excellent show as always. Have you had a chance to play through the Hughes and Kettner amps?
Thank you very much. Appreciate that very much. Hughes and Kettner, good question. I've played through the Black Spirit, which I did not care for. I'm sure... that their other amps are better. I've never played through any of their other amps, but the Hughes and Kettner Black Spirit had a weird undertone on it, or overtone, if you want, depending on how you look at it, that just drove me nuts. I just couldn't get past it. It just doesn't work for my riffs and what I do, but I've seen other guys play it, and it sounded great for what they're doing. But for me, it just didn't work for me. You know, it doesn't mean that it's not good. It just doesn't work for me. You know, but I'm willing to try out their other amps for sure. Because I heard their other amps, I mean, if they're good enough for Alex Lifeson,
Right.
you know, I mean, they got to be good. So, you know, I'm sure they make some great stuff.
What else you got?
What else are we supposed to talk about tonight? So we covered.
I can look in my... I got to get back here, though. Pull it up. So you talked about the news. And we have... Oh, your mics and your guitar tone demo.
Yes. So I have... so here's what I did. I've been using on the show for weeks now, or actually months. I've been using the Sennheiser E609 and the Audix i5 mics for months now, and they're great mics. They've always done really well for me, and I love how they sound. And my buddy Jay, who's in here, Warm Chord Music, he's been telling me, dude, you got to try out this 421, man. That thing's awesome. And so Sweetwater's having they usually have a sale on them. Yeah. During Gearfest, so I was like, well, I'll wait for Gearfest. Yeah, I know they didn't have Gearfest this year.
It should be this weekish, right, or next weekish?
It should have been. Yeah, we should have been getting home from it yesterday. Yeah, I know, it's a bummer. So I know, but so they had a web version of it.
Jay, I just had an idea, and I cut him off. You got your patio done. We should have Gearfest on your back porch with your fire table.
Yeah, with your fire table.
Just saying.
So anyways...
But no Marshalls.
No Marshalls. So anyways, I was going to wait till Gearfest, see if they went on sale, and they did-ish. So anyways, I bought the 57 and the 421, which is a very, very common and very liked mic combination. And I mic'd up my cab with them last night or yesterday afternoon when they got here. I was like shocked at how good they sounded.
I haven't talked to him since. Literally, this is the first time we're talking.
Yeah, I was like down here all day.
I have a whole Jeep.
Yep, I was down here all day yesterday running profiles of the MT15, and they turned out so freaking good. I mean, there's like this refined kind of thing going on with the 57 421 combo. It's like they're very refined, and it's like a polished kind of sound that you get, but it's also, there's still plenty of texture and character there. It's just they sound amazing together. So, yeah, I like it.
Let's see. Damien says, on your profiles, do you use the precision drive, or should we hit it in front with an overdrive?
Good question. I would use your own overdrive, whether it's in the Kemper or I use the green screen in the Kemper. I set the gain at 0, tone at 5, and I crank the level all the way up to the top. So, and that usually works really well for me, but you can use an exterior overdrive. The reason why I don't use the precision drive in my profiling is because it's got a noise gate on it. Mm-hmm. And Kemper will sense the noise gate, and it'll keep stopping the profiling process and say, there's a noise gate in the chain, please turn it off. And I'm like, I can't. It's in the pedal. No matter how I adjust it in the pedal, it senses it. Yeah. So, and the thing is like, I'm not a big fan of boosted profiles to begin with, because it's like having somebody set up your own boost pedal. Yeah. Your boost pedal it's a very personal thing. It's a personal choice. There's a lot of taste and likes, dislikes, and everything involved in that. So you're better off just having the profiles raw and put either your boost pedal in front of it or use the one that's in the Kemper.
Brian Anderson, can I use... Oh, my screen just flickered. Can I use the Helix 4-cable method presets for my Helix HX effects?
Helix HX effects. 4-cable method for HX effects. Well, the HX effects would actually also be something that you can use. Oh, I see what he said. Okay, sorry. Okay. If all of the same effects are in the HX effects that are in the Helix, I believe you can. You can always try putting it in there and seeing if it'll fit. I think it would. Frank might be better to answer that question than myself, because everything that's in there is all Helix oriented. And there's no amp sims.
He amended it. So that was his first question, and then down a little bit later he says, can I use the Helix 4-cable method presets with Helix HX effects and Synergy Syn 2? Forgot to add the Synergy amps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were created on a Helix, but I think the HX effects is everything the Helix is, except it doesn't have the amp models in it. So I think it would work. I've never tried it. I really haven't. That would be that's a good question. You got me stumped on that one, buddy. I really don't know, because they're essentially the same thing except for the amp models, you know. So
hey, Brett Murphy.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
It's been a second.
Yeah, good to see you here.
Talking about Gearfest, he says his buddy and him were planning on a great Gearfest trip again next year, I suppose. He was going to grab himself a Strandberg.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's where we met Brett.
Yeah,
was
it
at
is.
Gearfest. Yep.
We felt like rock stars. Seriously, Brett, thank you very much.
We was recognized.
That was the first time we went, right?
Yeah.
And we were just like, I've never been. Had you ever been before?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so it was both of our first time, and we're just trying to get the lay of the land. And this guy comes out of nowhere, is like, hey, aren't you from Town Wars? And we were like...
We're like, oh my god! Oh my god, Becky!
It was so surreal and cool, and Brett, we will never forget you.
That was really cool, though.
I'm pretty sure there was like a tear in his eye.
No, it's funny. Like when people know who you are when you're out in public. It's like it's weird. It's cool because it's never happened before. Like the first time. Well, here's a stupid story. It was the first time it ever happened to me when I was younger. I was a dishwasher at a truck stop, and I was in a band, and we played this huge gig in Lansing. It was called Riverfest, and there was 2,500 people there. It was the first show I ever did.
Yeah.
Ever did. You know, so we got lucky and got selected. No, no, I did not screw the pooch that night. So we got lucky and got selected to do this show, and we were opening for Margaret Becker, and she was a sweetheart. She was like, "Hey guys, you want to use my tour bus to get changed on?" And we're like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, go on up there." And I was
Bunch
like,
of hot young men, why not?
Yeah, exactly. So we go on the tour bus. So like all these people, there's 2,500 people there. We hand out flyers for a week.
You know. Side note, back then, you guys wore clothes that like flattered your shapes. Yeah. You know, you could actually see like muscles and waist. Now all the rock stars wear like baggy pants, baggy t-shirt, all covered in. I can see why she would want.
We was studs. Yeah. So, anyways, we handed out flyers for a week, and we ended up getting 2,500 people to come because back then you did flyers. This is like '88. So we get done with we get off the bus, and all these people saw us come off of Margaret Becker's bus, thought it was our bus.
Yeah.
So everybody thought we were famous. So we play this show, and everyone's just like, "Oh my god!" So I'm putting my rig away, and my singer's little brother comes up to me. He's like, "Dude, where are you going?" I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna leave." I put all my. He's like, "Dude, there's a line like 100 people long wanting you guys' autograph." I'm like, what? So we're literally like signing autographs, and I'm a dishwasher at a truck stop. The next day I had to get up at 8 o'clock and be at work at 8:30 to wash dishes.
Yeah.
So it was like crazy. So yeah, that was kind of funny.
Oh, by the way, Frank Rashad said you were correct. Yep, HXFX will be the same.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can use that. I mean, I'm telling you, man, you're going to hear it in a few here. It's a great preset. It really is. I put everything I got into it, and there's a couple tricks in there that you'll see when you get it that I did with the overdrive and a couple other things that really helped it wake up the amp, and it really worked out nice.
Daryl McMillan commented, as long as it has the right number of blocks. The Stomp has amp modeling too. I run my Stomp with my Synergy rig and 4-cable all the time.
Yes. Yeah, with the Stomp, you got to use less blocks. But with HX effects, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the block ratio is. I can count them for you right now. In my 4 cable, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 blocks. Okay. So 12 blocks. So if that's what works for you, there you go.
Scott Falmer laughed at Screw the Pooch.
Yeah, that's an old one, man.
Jay says not to forget his weekly Arnold impression.
Oh, yes.
I gotta go back and read what it was. It was Arnold buying Kemper profiles on Tone Wars website.
Oh, my God. So I gotta pretend I got a laptop in front of me? Okay, I gotta buy some profiles.
Yes.
Shut up, Maria. I have to get some profiles right now. My Kemper sounds wimpy and flabby. I need to get some manly profiles. Who's the Tone Wars guy? Well, he has nice biceps. He must make good profiles. Look at the biceps on him. Holy crap, man. I wish I had biceps like that when I was on the stage. Okay, so I'm buying the profiles now. Which one should I get?
You should get... What is the...
The Leviathan.
The Leviathan.
I should get the Leviathan. Yes, I would get the KSR, but I can't spell KSR. There's too many letters, so I'll get the Leviathan. I'll download it now and put it in the. I'll put it in the Kemper. Get to the Kemper and put it in there and play. Oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God, the roof blew off my house. Yeah. There you go.
That was worth it. It was worth the.
It was worth the wait.
Yeah, worth the wait.
Oh my God.
Elisa says, I'll be honest, I have no great questions. I watch because you are so entertaining, which you guys really are. But once I find someone to teach my kid that only wants your rock guitar, maybe. Elisa, what are you saying there? But once I find someone to teach my kid. Okay. But we are entertaining, and thank you.
We're trying to be.
It's funny because usually she's the entertaining one when we are together.
Yeah.
She's the one that's...
She's a sweetheart, though. She's a great girl.
And she's got a son that absolutely loves...
He's a metalhead.
Metal.
Yep.
Yes.
Metal.
Yeah.
Yep. Metal rules, man. Love metal. Well, that's great that preset will work out for, Helix and... the HX. That's great. I'm glad that could get downloaded and put in there because that's what the HX Effects was mainly made for. Yeah. Was 4 cable method. I think there's 3 things that I love. Oh, there's a lot of things I love about the Helix, but if I had to pick 3 that were my favorites, it would be the fact that it's probably arguably one of the best 4 cable method units out there because of the routing, the simplicity, the use, all the switching, and it's just so flexible. And then you have the snapshots, which is awesome, and then with the HX Command Center, which I think is it opens up a whole new world of things you could do with your amp. So
Frank says there's 9 blocks in the HX FX.
Oh, okay. So there's 9. So you'll be 3 shy, so, and you might not use all the ones that I put in there anyway. You know what I mean? So, if I had an HX Effects, I would be happy to make 4 cable method profiles or presets with it for you guys. I know I'll be doing it with the Pod Go and with the HX Stomp, as well as direct presets, but I'd be happy to do that as well.
Jay says, bam, you recorded the commercial for your website.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Click on the link now. Come get the profiles and get your biceps huge. Free biceps with every profile.
Free biceps even.
Holy cow. I should do a profile pack that's called biceps. Mm-hmm. Biceps.
And what you need another one that's called pack of socks.
Pack of socks. That's right. Yeah. Some of the new ones I'm coming out with. I just talked to my web guy 2 days ago, and so I ordered some more box art. So the MT15's coming, the Cherry-A-Tone's coming, and the Mark 525's coming. And then I have a sample pack that I'm going to be releasing for I think like $10, and you get probably several, like you'll get a profile of this, a profile of the Kraken, a profile. I'll just throw a bunch of profiles in there for you to just check out. for $10. I mean, that's not bad. And then I have presets coming out soon.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing that too. Yep.
Brian Anderson, thanks. I'll order your 4-cable method templates. Well worth the $20 considering all info I've gotten from your channel.
Oh,
Aww.
man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, man, I really appreciate it very much. And please feel free to let me know what you think of it and everything too, because I'm always looking to, I want to make things as good as I can make them all the time. I'm always looking to improve. So
Frank Rashad says, make an HXFX version. Amazing MIDI capability in HXFX.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I can do that. So if I could do that with the Helix, then I'll just do it for HXFX. So 8 blocks, he said, or 9.
The Stomp has 6 blocks, but soon to be 8. Frank, 9 blocks in the HXFX.
Okay, HXFX 9. I can certainly do that, no problem.
I'm saying that super slow because I'm going to get it wrong. HXFX.
HXFX, yeah.
La, la, la.
Yeah, that's a great piece of gear. You know what's so cool about that and the Stomp and stuff like that is that, you know, you see these guys, remember with that one gear thing we went to, their pedal boards? It looked like it'd been through a hurricane, you know, these pedal boards are a mess, there's pedals everywhere, cat hair all over everything.
That's you.
My stuff's
it's
clean.
It is.
And they're just all wonky and everything, and just horrible cables. You get the Helix, the HXFX, or the HX Stomp, and that's it. You don't need all this other stuff. You can take this little thing and put it on the floor, and everything's done. You don't have that rat nest of cables and spaghetti.
You can't see it. It starts out as a tiny little thing,
Well,
and
that's
then you
me,
have to
though.
buy the motherboard.
That's
landing
me, though.
ship,
I'm just
so.
a weirdo. I have to have everything. So, but most
At least
people,
you know it.
I would say 90% of the people, they'd plop the Helix on the floor and be done. You know?
Ooh, Carl Jalema. Greetings from Australia. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
I'm about to pull the trigger on a Helix LT to go with my Mesa Studio preamp. Should be nice.
Get it. No, seriously, get it. It's gonna. The thing that I love about it so much is that, and thanks for being here, by the way.
Yeah.
The thing I love about it so much is that I've had a lot of amps on this show. I mean, you guys that have watched for a while know every Wednesday night I have a new amp on and stuff. And every time I go live with an amp on the show on Wednesday nights, I pair it with the Helix. It just does the switching, the routing, the effects, everything so well. I've never had an issue yet where I brought an amp home and the Helix in it didn't get along.
Yeah.
The Helix just gets along with everybody. So
It's Switzerland.
yeah, exactly. And the Helix is ready to party with any amp you want to plug into it. It really
Elisa.
is. It's Elisa. So if Elisa was a piece of gear, she'd be a Helix.
Yep.
No, it really is. It's just a lot of fun to pair with your gear.
Carl says, good day.
Good day.
Daryl McMillan, are you simulating the precision drive with a few blocks?
Yes. So with the Helix, I'm using the Tone Sovereign, which I think is the best overdrive they've ever put in there so far. I tweaked it, and when you get the preset, you'll see what I did to it. It's just minor stuff, but it actually made a big difference with the amp. So it really helps. You know, and because I used to use my precision drive exclusively, like that was one of the things. I'm like, well, I made the ultimate 4-cable method thing for amps, and then I switched it and I copied and pasted it on another preset for me, so I could use my precision drive instead of the Tone Sovereign that's in there. But to be honest with you, like the last few times I've hooked it up to amps, I've used the 4-cable method one because I've been testing it with the Tone Sovereign in it, and I actually kind of prefer that now.
Yeah.
I do. It really sounds good the way I dialed it in. So
Carl wants
very
to know,
happy with
have
it.
you used the Helix with vintage amps? Don't ignore me.
Sorry, this is very important.
It's very important. Frank. His messaging on the side.
Yes, I can't say what it is, but I'm just thanking Frank for something. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Frank.
I didn't want to leave him hanging. So, what was that again?
Have you used the Helix with vintage amps?
Let me think. That's a good question. All right, so I had a Chariotone here, which is a newer amp, but it's a vintage. It's modeling. It's like made it after a vintage Marshall.
Is that the one that had the rattan bass on it?
I don't know what
Looked
rattan
like wicker
is.
furniture.
Oh, no. That was the Mark 525.
Oh,
yeah,
looks vintage.
Yeah, so the Cherrytone is basically a JMP, I believe. It's made after some of the JMPs, so which is kind of a classic amp. And yes, I used the Helix with that. I've used it with some of the older Ingalls stuff. Let me think, what else?
Have any of your Tone Wars acquaintances come over and brought a vintage amp with them to
That's
use?
what I'm trying to remember here. All I can say is that's every single amp that I've used it with has been perfect. It's worked perfectly. It's so nice. It's almost like, when you have, we've all been there, right? So you have gear, you have pedals, and you have different things, and you buy a new amp, and you're like, oh man, you come home with your new amp, and you're all excited, and you plug it in, and it's like, it just doesn't work with your overdrive, or it doesn't work with your chorus pedal, or your this. We've all been there where it's like, man, it sounds weird on this amp. It's like, oh God, what am I going to do? I got this new amp, and now they don't get along together.
Yeah.
So one of them's got to go. You're either going to bring the amp back to the store and get something else, or you're going to replace that pedal or that string of pedals or whatever. And it's annoying.
But before you do that, you should call Jarrod at Tone Wars and ask.
Yeah. 1-800-TONE WARS.
Oh, you're going to have to go buy that now.
No, probably. But with the Helix so far, I haven't had that issue. I really haven't, and I don't really think I will, because it just pairs so well with, your stuff. I mean, it was even they made it, Eric Klein even said, like, we made this to work with your gear. We made this so that you can have a one-stop shop. If you have an amp and you're an amp guy and you love your amp and you need a great effects unit to not only to give you great effects, but routing and switching. MIDI is so important. And if you're a touring artist or even a local player, I mean, MIDI is your best friend. You're not up there doing the river dance every night, switching channels and switching effects. I mean, the Helix will do all that for you. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's, it's just great. So when you have something that works that well for it, I mean, it literally is a one-stop shop for everything.
Hi, Xavier. He
Hey.
says, cheers, y'all.
What's up, buddy? Cheers.
Cheers.
Woohoo! We didn't have time to smoke the whiskey tonight, did we?
No, we were
in a
booking
hurry.
it. Damien says, I have to say your Kemper profiles are the hardest hitting and most metal profiles.
Thank you.
I have tried over 1,000 profiles since I got my Kemper a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
You've been busy.
Wow.
He says, and your profiles are pure metal. Sounds like you drink gasoline and not whiskey.
Yes. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. I went full tilt on my profiles, man. I mean, I really did. Like, when I profiled this guy yesterday, I was down here for 4 hours. Just making sure everything was perfect and like testing everything. And I have to say I got lucky with the mic placement, because that was the first time I used that combination. And I was like, put on my earbuds. I'm like, all right, well, let's see what this sounds like. I know I'm going to have to get out of this chair and make some adjustments. And I was like, holy crap. Like, if I could weld those mics in those spots, I would. I mean, they're perfect. So,
Berserkerland Studios is in the house.
hey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
I'm not sure why Carl said this, but he said, cheers, big ears. You got big ears?
I don't know.
Are you saying he got big ears?
You can't say she does, because hers are covered up with all that her.
I got normal size ears.
Yeah, you got normal size ears.
I just got big hair.
Yeah, she's got big hair.
Yeah, big. I like it that way. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, big hair is a good thing.
Daryl McMillan, I used to run my Helix with a 91 Marshall JCM 900 dual reverb. Sounded great.
Yeah.
Oh, he meant 97, not 91.
Oh. No, they are good. I mean, it's like literally like it's the best thing to pair with your amps.
Ooh, I could feel your air finally.
Ah, nice.
It's not sweating.
Well, the thing is like I said, I don't mean to start, being repetitive, but I can't say it enough. Like, I've been there. I have been there and then some, where you bring an amp home and it just doesn't get along with your pedals, and it sucks. And the thing is, though, too, like, your pedals aren't going to switch channels for you. They're just going to turn on effects and turn them off. That's it. And I'm talking stomp boxes. I mean, as good as stomp boxes are, they're not going to switch the channel on the amp for you. The Helix will do that and then some. So I can literally, especially with HX Command Center, I can literally step on a pedal and 50 things will happen like that. and you won't feel or hear latency. It's just that quick, you know. And that's what's so cool about it. It's seamless.
Quick as a burn from a live show.
Exactly. It's as quick as a bullet burn. No, it's that quick, and it's seamless. It's so smooth how it transitions. The channel, the amp, and all the effects associated with that channel, you know.
Mule Blues says, using an orange pedal baby and real cab with my Kemper now. Will there be DI profiles?
Yes, good question. Yes, that's why I bought... I'm trying to look here. That's why I got the 2 notes. You probably can't see it because of my chair. Yeah, I got... That's the biggest reason why I bought this little guy right here. Is so that I can do direct profiles because that carries the load. So DIs are coming soon. Trust me, I will be doing DIs very soon. And man, they're going to sound stupid good.
Daryl McMillan says, each snapshot can change 64 parameters.
Yeah. Isn't that insane?
I have no idea what that means.
64 parameters in a split second will happen with a snapshot. Thanks for saying that, because I said 50. He was right. 54 or 64. 64 things will happen all at once in a snapshot. And it's seamless. So that is so cool. You don't hear that little click in between or that dead spot. It's not there.
Frank concurred. He says you can change 64 parameters with one switch.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Awesome. Mule Blues. Awesome.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring down my bar. My whiskey is awful.
Well, the thing is like, I can get it for you. The thing is...
I'm going to get it for myself.
Those things should be flying off the shelf. I mean, they are. But they should be flying off the shelves even more because, I'm not kidding you, it really is my favorite thing to use with, with my amps. You know, it's a lot of fun. And the thing is, what I like about products that allow you to be creative instead of corrective is that you're being creative. You're not pulling your hair out, getting frustrated with the product and going, gosh, why won't it do this? Oh, let me look online and let me consult the book. And I've never read the manual. I've never read it.
Because you're a dude.
Well, no.
Dudes don't read manuals.
Sure, and they probably knew that. So they were like, well, let's just make this dummy proof, you know? And it is. It's dummy proof. Like, you can open it up within 5 minutes. Exactly. It's stupid proof. So you can open it up within 5 minutes. You're kind of doing stuff. And with it, also, you can take chances. You know, because there's very little risk.
Dust Devil says he's waiting for DI profiles too.
Oh, cool, man! I will get on those very soon. I will try my best to get those done within a week or so for you. I have.
That
TJ,
means it's going to be about a month.
No, it'll be about a week or so. TJ is bringing over a couple of his amps tomorrow. I can see you. There's a monitor there, and I can see you. No, he's bringing over a couple of his amps this week. He wants me to profile.
Wait, we have band practice tomorrow.
Yeah, but it'll be in the morning.
Okay.
If we do it in the morning. If not, I'll do it later this week. But I'm going to be doing a Mesa triple rec.
Yeah.
This week.
Triple rec or triple rec?
Triple rec. REC, triple rectifier.
Oh, rectifier.
Yeah, it's going to be insane.
That sounds.
I used to have one.
A rectifier.
I love.
It sounds
the Mesa
corrective.
amps. I very much love the Mesa.
You gonna play something?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. I have to get this out of the way. All right, and let me see what I can do here. So I have to switch wirelesses. Yeah.
While you're playing, I might go up and grab a snack because no dinner and
Yeah,
whiskey
no,
does
we
not
didn't
make
have-
for a
Yeah, we did not have
good
much time to eat
combination.
dinner, did we?
No. Damien says, with Kemper, I just learned reamping, but I'd love to see Jarrod do a reamping show.
We did do a reamping show.
Scott Fulmer, creative instead of corrective. That is truly great, right?
No, it's true. I hate being corrective. I love being creative. Creative is my favorite thing to do. And the thing is like I said, when you're dealing with a piece of gear that's so hard to use that you're frustrated because you're like, I don't know how deep I want to dive into this thing. I'm just going to give up, because it's just too much work to do this. With the Helix, it's not the case. You can get creative all day long. And the thing is the one thing that I never did with the Helix
Yeah.
is I never hooked it up to my computer and used the HX Edit
Right, I
software until a couple of months ago. I finally was like, all right, let me just do this, because I had to do the HX Command Center stuff for an episode. And I was like, why haven't I been using this? I mean, it's so much fun to do, and it was just so easy to maneuver through, and it's just great. You're not bending over and doing stuff. You could just do it all on your computer, and then when you do it there, you got your studio monitors on your desktop, and you're playing and checking things, and then you can just fine-tune it all later if you need to on stage or up in your living room or practice space, and it's just fine-tuning, and it's just so simple. It's like, it literally is the most flexible, dummy-proof product out there, and it does effects, routing, switching, and everything very, very well. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun to work with. I mean, I know that gear has come a long ways over the years as far as like how easy it is to use and everything, but there's still some stuff out there that's pretty difficult to work with, and I avoid that stuff because it's not fun, you know. I mean, how many of us can literally say it's fun dialing in stuff on our gear?
My mic is not muted. My vocal mic.
Oh, it's
I
not?
just heard your
Oh,
the echo.
there's some delay?
I heard some delay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just muted it. Interesting. Wow, that was funny.
I'm like, oh,
Why am I hearing an echo?
send me an angel.
Yeah, so let me do this. I'll play a couple riffs. So what I have here is the one of my favorite amps. You know, if you're on a budget and you're looking for an amp that has no compromises, here it is. This amp is stupid. It's so that's what that shirt's for. She's pointing at the amp. This amp is stupid good. It really is. I mean, it's an amazing amplifier. And I'm going to run it through my 4-cable method preset right now for my Helix. Let me mute the mic, all right? And what you're hearing is the Sennheiser 421 and the 57. You know, strategically but luckily placed on the speaker, and it just came out really good. So let me do this. Bear with me a second here. Okay, let me just do a minor adjustment here with the volume. There we go. Maybe I saw it spiking a little bit. So there's that. Okay, so let me do one more for you guys. All right, 1 second. yeah, there's a couple mixes for you with that. So those mics, in combination, just sound so good together because there's this full, fat, punchy, articulate, but really nice polished top end from the 421, and with the the SM57, we all know what that gives you. It gives you that cut, that really nice sizzly kind of cut, and they both sound good by themselves, but when you pair them together, I mean, it's like the perfect combination because you get the best of both worlds. And that's what all my profiles will have. I should never say never, but I am going to always lean towards dual mic profiles because I just think they sound better. You're really getting more frequencies, and you're getting a better reference of what that speaker and that cabinet sounds like when you use dual mics. Yeah. So it just sounds way better, and the feel is amazing. And I'm not missing my overdrive pedal right now. I'm not. I thought I would, but I'm really not. The overdrive that I'm using and the way I have it dialed in the Helix right now is I could go on tour with this right now and I'd be perfectly fine with it. It feels great and sounds amazing for me. So, it was worth the effort. I wish I could reach it so I could show everybody all the different sounds. I mean, maybe I could stand up and do that real quick for you guys, but
everybody really liked that sound. Jason
good.
Taylor says, does that mean the current profiles are studio profiles? If they are not DI, can you still turn off the cab block and output them through a real power amp cab and they will sound fine?
Yes, you can. They are studio profiles, but I haven't tested my latest batch by doing the turning off the cab and going to a power amp, but I've tested a couple other ones that I did and it worked fine. So feel free to do that, because they say technically you should be using something like the two notes and doing direct profiles for them to sound optimal, but you can do it either way. You really can. I've done that with a lot of people's profiles before I started making my own, and I was like, this sounds fine. So there's probably just some refinement and some little differences, but between doing a studio that way and a direct, but I give it a try and let me know what you think, man. I'd like to know.
Scott Fulmer says if he lived closer to us in Michigan, he'd bring over some spaghetti.
Oh.
He says he's making old world spaghetti recipe tonight.
Oh, dude,
I was in Michigan to bring some over. We would eat some spaghetti.
We would.
I just ran upstairs and grabbed some. I'm gluten free, so you got to use gluten free noodles.
Yeah, she's a pain in the butt.
Oh, shut it. Well, I can either be a pain in the butt or have a pain in the butt. So.
Yeah, exactly. So you might as well be one.
Right. No, but spaghetti sounds awesome.
It does sound good. Yeah, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I did. I had some gluten-free animal crackers and I ran upstairs.
Oh, did you? We're going to have to get some food after tonight because both of us are starving. We went shooting. Did we go? No, we got food first.
We grabbed a quick food and then
we went shooting, got home, and we practiced, and I had to learn that song. And then we got down here, and I literally had nothing hooked up. I had to dial in everything. And, so, we literally, slid into tonight's show. I say that a lot.
We do that every time. Yeah, it's fine. It's how we roll.
And before we went down here, while we were playing the before, we're upstairs just shoving snacks.
Anything that we could find. Leftover. He had a leftover, Brussels sprout and salmon salad. And I was like, I'm not going to eat all of it. I promise. Just a few bites.
We're upstairs, if only people knew, they're probably thinking, oh, they're getting ready for tonight. We're upstairs get out of my way.
Because we always drink whiskey on the show, so we're trying to pad it with something.
You can't do it with an empty stomach. Did not work. So yes, it's been really fun.
I have really liked today, though. Honestly, I know you're super stressed out.
Yeah, no, I'm
sliding
fine
into home here, but it was
fine.
A great day, and I appreciate all the effort and the nerves that it took.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're worth it.
Scott says gluten-free. Is that a bomb? Gluten-free. Oh, gluten-free spaghetti. Yes. Brett says he had a Reuben with sauerkraut for dinner.
Ooh, dude.
Oh, those are so good.
That's nice.
I make those homemade too.
Yeah.
I love Reubens.
I want some food like immediately after we get done
During
tonight.
the quarantine, you can do groceries, like just go on Kroger.com and you can put stuff. They would not give me corned beef. Like, corned beef was sold out for weeks and weeks. My daughter loves Reuben sandwiches.
It's hard to find
If I don't put sauerkraut on it, my son will eat it. But they kept giving me roast beef instead. And I'm like, that's, you can't have a Reuben sandwich with roast beef. But
Xavier
you can
says,
do it with turkey, though.
Oh, yeah. See
What?
here. Oh, Xavier says, love that amp. No, seriously, guys, like, this is one of the best amps you can get out there for the money.
We're talking about food right now.
I know, but I'm getting hungry. It's making me crazy. No, this literally is one of the best amps out there, bang for the buck. It really is. It's an amazing freaking amplifier. It's awesome. So if you, let me see if I can move this in closer. Let me see, maybe.
What happened?
I'm just
Is it
trying
better?
to. Yeah, that's better. Yep.
Okay.
So sorry if we just got really loud for some of you. But if you are looking for a budget rig, like, this amp is like freaking. You can't
And what
go
was it
wrong.
again?
The MT15.
I know, but how much?
Oh, I think it was like just over $700.
$700.
Yeah, because you guys know how much amps are. There's amps that go for $4,000. By the way, I'm speaking of $4,000. I'm having.
You're giving me a birthday present?
No, yeah.
That would be nice.
It's
not my birthday.
No,
It's
not.
in August.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
She'll let you know. Trust me. Yeah, there's parades and everything.
I wish.
But I'll be having the Soldano slows on, probably both of them,
Nice.
the 30 watt and the 100 watt. Yeah, Marty from Motor City, he just told me that they're coming. So
See,
I'll
we
have
got a
those on.
super chat because of food, so you just drop it. He said, laugh at Mike Jacobs. Thank you very much. Laugh out loud, making me hungry. Great show tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you. No, I want some food, man.
I know we do.
I really do. I'm starving, so.
Well, I'm okay now because I just ate some
Yeah, you cheated.
animal
You got to
quackers.
go upstairs. Animal
Quackers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I could show you guys some of the effects on this.
Oh, Frank, thank you. He said, dude, seriously, the work you put into these shows is intense and your production value is awesome.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank
Hats
you so
off
much.
to you and Kari for creating great content. I watch all your shows and it has nothing to do with the Helix. You guys are just awesomely entertaining.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much. We just enjoy it.
Yeah, we do.
We
Thank you.
really do.
That's very kind of you, Frank. Thank you. It's we really do have a good time. Like, this is the highlight of our week. We look forward to doing this. We really do.
Especially when you're homeschooling children.
Yeah, everything's better than that.
Right.
Oh, God. Homeschooling children.
Well, technically we're in summer now, but when I was homeschooling children, this was definitely the highlight of my week.
Exactly. It's definitely something that we look forward to, though. It really is. Tonight I was especially nervous because of that song, but
Oh, poo.
I'll learn it better and we'll get it right.
Maybe we'll do
time.
it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get upset about making mistakes anymore.
No,
because
not anymore.
I used to sweat bullets, and now it's just like, I'm human, whatever,
Frank, thank you for the super chat. We
Wow.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Frank.
And,
really appreciate it.
Daryl McMillan says, can't wait to see you compare the slow with the Synergy slow.
I know. I will do that. I absolutely will. Where is my Synergy? Right here. It's right here. So I'll compare that with the power section of my Syn 5050 as well, so that we can have an actual comparison, with it. I've been kind of up and down with the slow stuff with the new slow amps because they are very expensive, and there's not a lot of features on them.
So what does the slow stand for? SLO. Slow.
I don't know. Be honest with you. I mean, that's how much I know about them. I mean, somebody here, I know Super Overdrive is kind of what they are, but SLO, Super...
It's all
I
right.
don't know.
Don't hurt yourself.
I really don't know. I'm stupid, remember? So, yeah, I really don't know.
By the way, I got his permission before I wore this shirt.
she's like,
so
"You
all of you
sure?"
people that think I'm being super rude and mean to grumble at over there.
I was like, go ahead.
This is literally our relationship in a nutshell.
Pretty much. Yep. Pretty much. She's always ragging on me.
Daryl says, I think it's super lead overdrive.
Oh, super. No, you're right. Super lead
There you go.
overdrive.
Thank you, Daryl.
That shows how much I know. I'm just not familiar with the amps. I mean, I've never played one ever in my life. And I was always either a Mesa guy or an EVH guy. But now that I've been, got back into amps, like I'm all about the MT, I'm all about the Kraken and all the Synergy stuff. So we'll see. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure they're going to sound great.
Yeah.
It's just for the price. It's
Chicago
like,
Todd,
cow.
hi man, where you been?
Hey, where you been?
You've been quiet.
You late.
Yeah, he said he suggested super lead output, but it's overdrive.
Oh.
Now you the stupid one. I'll point this right at you. How do I do that?
You gotta
that's
turn
backwards.
that way.
This way.
Yeah. Anybody else want to make some comments?
Right.
She'll point it at you. Trust me. She ain't afraid to use it.
No, Todd, it's nice to see your name in here.
It's always good to see
It
Todd
wouldn't
here.
be a Tone Wars evening without
Yeah.
Todd from Chicago.
Probably why I screwed up on that song, because he wasn't here.
See, we should just do it again.
You failed me, Todd. Why you failed me like that? I screwed the pooch on the song earlier.
Big time.
Sounded like doo-doo.
I forgive you. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for pushing you.
Yeah, it's
You
all right.
told me.
I warned her. I was
You
like,
told me.
I'm not ready. And she's like, no, we'll be fine. I'm like, okay.
Like, just take a deep breath. It'll all be fine.
That was her thing. Take a deep breath. Oh. So now anything goes wrong in my life, it's just wow. Stock market went up. It's amazing.
It's so stupid.
God.
So, what's next? You gonna play some more?
I can. Let me do this.
Yeah.
Let me move some stuff so I
Yeah.
can get the Helix over here.
Okay. All right. I think this is the point where you guys got to start asking me questions
Yeah, ask her questions
that
because
pertain to me. It's the pee-pee break.
it's the pee-pee break.
It's the pee-pee break where things get awkward when Jarrod leaves me by
She
myself.
turns into Garth. I'm having a good time.
Jason Taylor says, just saw a video that Ola did on the Slow 30, which sounded awesome, but $3,000 better than the Synergy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think I'll stick with the Synergy.
I saw that same video.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna do Kemper curls. Yeah, Kemper curls, guys. Get your Kemper out and get your biceps and your triceps into shape with the Kemper curls.
My kids and I exercise every morning. We get up and do like a half an hour of cardio, and then we have what do you call those gyms? The universal ones, Jarrod?
Ones I had?
Yeah.
It's the Hoist V2.
The Hoist V2, because I have the same one. And my son, who's 10, just turned 10 in March, he was like, Mom, look, I'm doing curls for the girls. I nearly died. Hear my little 10-year-old say he's doing curls for the girls. Oh gosh, but my daughter has been into this. She actually wanted to start her own YouTube channel. She's 12 and she just this year got into fitness. She's got a Fitbit and she's tracking all of her stuff and her body has definitely changed and she's really great at it. She's super motivating for me too. I'm not seeing any questions or comments pop up here because you guys like to watch me flounder around, right? You guys are like, let's just watch her ramble and see what comes of it. Anyway, yeah, so what's he doing? He's going to get his stuff so he can play some more. The Chicago Todd, a personalized Arnold impression gets you $5. Hear that, Jarrod? $5 for the personalized Arnold impression. Nice. He's really good at it. There are other celebrities that he can do. You guys got to start asking him to do somebody else because he's super good at multiple characters. It's maybe Arnold is just the funniest one. Thank God I hear some rummaging around back there. There's crickets. Literally crickets.
That's because they like watching you flounder around.
They do. That's what I said. You guys suck.
You guys want to make her flounder?
Suck so bad.
She's such good at floundering. Floundering under.
I am going to make you do the frickin' bathroom break video. So I don't do this.
Well, when I get time, I've been so busy doing stuff for the website these last several weeks that
It's fine.
it's taken up all my time. You know, Zoom meetings with my web developer.
Yes. Dave Rebell, you're late, man. I could have used you about 45 seconds ago. He said, "Hi guys, how is everyone? Where did Jarrod go again?"
Moving my stuff around.
He went to go get the Kemper.
Put the Kemper away. Now I got the Helix here. See the Helix? Yeah, it's right here with all my pedals and things. And this is my steroid stash here. I just put it on and my biceps get huge.
That's awful. That's an awful
It's
noise.
a steroid. That's
Yuck.
why.
Yuck.
It's a steroid. That's what they do to you. Oh.
Jay says, "I want to hear Kari's impression." I get too embarrassed. I get all nervous and stuff.
Yeah, she does. She can't commit.
I do it when it's just the two of us. I can do it. But then I get all nervous.
Can't commit. That's her whole issue with it.
I just did Arnold, though.
Kind of.
Kind of. Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. That was totally Arnold.
Was it?
What?
Oh my god. Somebody save me. Alright, let me get the purple guitar.
Okay.
The purple one. Purple. P-A-R-P-L-E. Purple.
Boom. Sherry says hi. Hi, Sherry.
Hey.
Dave's wife.
Hey, what's going on?
Sherry and I drank some wine this past year. Was it a year-ish? We went out to Diesel.
Yep, we had fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun night, man.
Oh, we saw Rockstar.
Yes, we did.
I don't know if you're in here, Law. Jamie Trevino Law, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was a fun time.
Yeah, if you ever have a chance to see a great band that does all 80s stuff,
Yeah.
man, Rockstar's it, man.
Dude,
They're
they
like
wear the costumes and the makeup,
Yep.
the spandex.
the whole bit.
It's the full show.
Yep, it's awesome.
Yeah.
They really do a great job.
And they've
Yeah.
they've gone on a break. They had to because of the
Everybody.
quarantine.
Yeah, everybody has. They just did a show a couple days ago.
Yeah, I
Yep,
feel like
their
he
first
posted
show.
something on Facebook that was
Yep.
like, "My soul is full."
Yeah. It's just there's just something about being on
Yeah.
stage and sweating and playing and just the nerves and the
Yeah.
the tension and all that. I'm going to start doing it soon. I want to start playing out just with my backing tracks just to get my stuff going again, just to go and just open up a show, just be the opening act, who cares, just to be able to play my amps and my gear and stuff like that and go on stage and enjoy myself and work out the nerves. I want to do it so bad. So yeah, what do I got here?
Let's see. Xavier says, "Just steal the intermission video from Monty Python." Holy grail. Gerardo R. She looks sexy. Who does? Who? He just said she looks sexy. I'm not
If you
sure.
don't shut up, I'll fart in your general direction.
That was from Monty Python.
And your parents smell of elderberries.
Elisa, purple. Does that mean you play Prince? Can you play Prince?
I can't play Prince.
That's right.
Only Prince can play Prince, man.
You're not. Yeah. Purple Rain.
I can't dance, man.
You can. Well, yeah.
I cannot dance. You do not want to see me dance. I would look like
No.
an idiot.
You do want to see him dance.
Yeah, people would be like, you off your meds?
Are you off your?
You okay there? Okay.
So
You all
funny.
right there?
No,
Sorry.
Prince is not up Jared's sleeve.
No.
Nope.
Dearly beloved.
So Jay said he sent us a super chat. Kari's impression of a wine snob testing bad wine.
Oh, yes.
I can't do
That'd be
it.
quite nice.
I can't do it.
You're a wine snob.
I can't do it.
Miss
Jay.
Sanford.
Jay.
She can't and she shan't. I shan't be doing
Now
that
they're
tonight.
seconding it. I
Oh,
second
pish
it.
posh.
I can't do I can't see. I can't do it.
Can't bloody do it.
I'm way too... You embarrassed me. I'm all flustered now.
You owe him a refund.
Sorry, Kari. I had to rope you into it.
That's funny. Hey, maybe I should do the Shpinx.
Let's see. Scott
Does that make up
Fulmer
for it?
says, is there a difference between using the purple and brown Music Man guitars? Are there different tunings?
Yes. Great question. So the red one is tuned standard. It's a 7-string, standard B. And then this one is all, it's a half step down, but this is tuned to G sharp. The low B is tuned to G sharp. So this is tuned a whole step down, you know, on top, and then the rest of it's a half step down. Or I should say a step and a half on top, and the rest of it's half step down. I just love the lower tunings because they're throaty. They're just so throaty and nasty. Are you?
Jay, you made me you made me all nervous. Now I'm sweating because I feel bad.
That's funny.
All right, do it.
Let me do the... I'm rewriting the Shpinx. I'm adding stuff to it, so hopefully I don't get confused on it. I've added some parts to it. So the Shpinx will be longer, but not tonight. I'm still working on what I added to it, so I want to make sure I'm on the right mix here.
Yes.
That's not the lengthened one. Hopefully this mix is loud enough too. Let's find out, huh? Here we go. By the way, I'm going to be using, let's see, 3 or 4 different snapshots in here. You'll hear the difference when I click through them. So here we go. One second, I got to turn down a little bit.
Thank you, because you about blew my ears
out.
out.
Yeah, this mix is pretty. This mix is pretty low compared
Is
to
that
the
drop
other one.
C? Daryl wants to know.
This is drop C, drop G sharp. So like the E string on this is E flat,
Oh, Jay.
but the B string is G sharp.
Jay. He says the brown one looks and resembles like poop, and the purple one doesn't.
There you go. There you go. Let me just test the mix real quick. I just want to make sure that I'm good. I haven't sound checked this at all, so 1 second here. Okay, that's pretty good. you go.
Nice.
Shpinx with a few extra notes. We're supposed to be there. I threw those
You're
in
on a
for
roll
free.
tonight.
I am on a roll tonight. The pooch screw hasn't stopped yet.
Ugh.
It's been bad.
Ugh.
Yeah, I've been not playing well tonight. I played really well this morning though. Maybe that's what it is. I'm paying for it tonight.
Yeah.
I grab a cup of coffee.
Like,
a cup
remember
of coffee every
when
morning.
we used to have like terrible band practices?
Yeah, before the show.
And then we'd kill the show.
Yep.
And then if we had a good practice,
We worried. We were like, oh no. So like, remember we used to go over like we like let's just completely screw this song up so bad. Yeah, on purpose, because and that's what happened. I played really well this morning during my coffee practice time, and yeah, I'm paying for it now. But yeah, that's what it was. So what you heard were the snapshot, which is the dry crunch, which I will demonstrate for you now.
One, George says, what kind of distortion are you using for solo? Also reverb and delay.
Okay, so I'm using the amp. So everything that you heard tone-wise is the amp. But I'm using the Helix and 4-cable method with it. So I'm using the Tone Sovereign, which is an overdrive pedal in the Helix, which came on one of the more recent updates, and it's my favorite overdrive pedal in there. It's just perfect. And that's what I'm using to push it with. And and let me demonstrate the rest of his question.
Sure.
So the next thing, I have crunch, which is dry, and then I have, let me turn this up just a hair. So I got good level for these guys. I'm looking at the meter here. So, and then I have big crunch, which adds a little bit of modulation and a little bit of delay to give me that kind of spacious kind of sound. So here's that. So there's that. And then for the lead, I just added, some really good delay with 850 milliseconds on it. So let me just demonstrate that real quick.
So good.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So, and then there's the phaser lead, which I used on the end, okay, which I'll demonstrate for you now.
What's...
So that's the phaser lead. So that's pretty much what you heard on that particular song was that stuff,
Yeah.
And it all happened seamlessly.
Yeah.
I could switch through them with no clicks, no missing notes or anything. It all happens seamlessly. And what's nice too is if you turn the trails on the delays, when you pull out of your delay like solo and go back into your rhythm, the trails still spill over, so you don't have that chopped off kind of awkward feeling. So it's just so flexible,
Good night, Elisa. She said she's out. Thanks for the smiles and
good night.
laughs.
Yes. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, and then Daryl McMillan says that makes sense because the Analog Man King of Tone is a wicked pedal.
Oh, it is. It's one of the best, and I think they're like, you can't really get them anymore. Get them, but people are selling them for huge dollars. Yeah, that's the thing about analog pedals.
Because you can't get them anymore.
Yeah, so as soon as they go into that status, it's like the price shoots through the roof, So we're talking
kind of sounds
lots.
like Van Halen. Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's from George.
Thank you. That's what the Phase 90 is. It's just Eddie's phaser settings. It's called script phase. So it's his settings. You just dial it in or select it and pretty much go. You don't really have to think about it. It's all right there for you. One of the other things I like about this 4-cable method preset is the flanger. I'll play that for you really quick. It's very rich and deep and throaty, and it's just got a nice, really aggressive swirl to it. Here it is. God, I could listen to that all day. It's just so raunchy sounding, and it's just, and the thing is I dialed all this stuff in to sound great in a mix. So when you're playing with your band or you're playing with tracks like I do on the show here, I mean, all that stuff stands out really well in a mix, and there's a richness to it, you know, and that's what we're going for on this stuff. So I just so you know, like when I dial this stuff in, I don't just sit at my computer and just pick numbers, you know, randomly or arbitrarily.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. I literally, like, I pick this stuff, I dial it in.
Do you hear a...
Oh, it's the flanger still on, yeah. Sorry. So I pick it, and then I'll literally sit in this chair with my amp and Helix and everything, and I'll play to these tracks and go, all right, does this really stand out? And what's nice about this software, the OBS software that we're streaming with, it also records.
Yeah.
So I can literally record the session that I'm using, listen to it back, and go, all right, those do stand out the way I want them to, or they don't, and I'll fix it until it did it. So, like, it took me 3 weeks to dial in this preset and, like, perfect it and fine-tune it. So, yeah, a lot of fine-tuning there, you know. So... because I literally do want you to have plug-and-play stuff. I want you to just take it, hook it into your amp, and trust that you can go on stage with us tonight and not have to worry about whether or not it's going to sound right. Mm-hmm. It will sound right, trust me. You know, so that's basically how we do it. That's how we do it here at Tone Wars, doggone it.
Right. We're at like 10 minutes to 9.
10 minutes to 9.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to wrap up at 9.
Okay.
Because we be hungry.
We be hungry.
Yeah, we are starving like Marvin over
Hi,
here.
Hi, Aunt Debbie. I always ask her for the scorpion update. She's out there hunting scorpions at night in Arizona.
Really?
Yeah, apparently she got a snake. 7 last night and a snake.
That's a thing, huh? What do you do with scorpions when you hunt them afterwards? What do you do with them?
What do you do with them? What do you do with those, Aunt Debbie?
She probably sells them to Joe Rogan, and then he makes people eat them.
Catch and release, or do you burn them? How do you get rid of scorpions? And, okay, so the other question that I have, is it an all-year thing, or is there, like, scorpion season? Because that's a lot of work just to, like...
That is a lot of work.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of work there.
It's a lot of work.
Doggone
She posts about it on Facebook every day.
Really?
Like, I was amazed the other. She had like 10 of them the other day.
Wow.
Like, catching. Yeah.
They make great shoes or something, or
scorpions?
Yeah, scorpion shoes. Check out my new scorpion shoes.
You don't want a scorpion in your shoe. No, I know that.
No, they'd be kind of deadly and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, well, we covered a lot of stuff tonight. We covered.
I'm gonna pop these out because Ear's yelling at me.
Yeah, we covered the marketplace for Line 6, which we are once again honored to be a part of. Yeah, thank you. And it's always nice when a company comes to you and is hey, we'd like you to contribute to...
Well, you know, you're kind of amazing at this stuff.
Oh, gosh. Well, thank you. But, I mean, I will do my best.
You deserve it. Don't, I know.
Well, I look at it this way. I'm honored to be there, and I look at, just like with my other businesses, I will spend every day trying to make sure that I still have a place there and deserve it and earn it. You know, I mean, I grew up in a home where everything was earned. Like, hey, Mom, can I stay the night at my buddy's house this weekend? You know, and like vacuum the whole house. Get all your chores done. Yep. I mean, everything was earned. Like, Dad, I want that bike. Well, go cut some grass. Go do. I mean, everything in my life was always earned. So even when I was a kid,
nothing wrong with that.
Well, we had a garden.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's noisy.
I I have my ears in.
We had a garden in the backyard, and we had a city pool, which was like 7 blocks away from my house. And so on a hot summer day, we'd be like, Mom, we want to go to the pool. And it was 50 cents for each kid. It was 3 of us at the time to go to the pool. And she'd go, well, go weed the garden. We'd be out there for like 3 hours weeding that freaking garden.
To get you change to go to the pool.
To go in and get 50 cents to go to the pool. But that's how it's always been with me. So that's the guy that's dialing in profiles and presets and all this stuff, because I look at it this way. I want to earn people's business, and I go overboard to do that because I'm always afraid that I'm one bad thing away from losing everything. So, like, that's just the way it's just been bred into me. Like, it's just been pounded into me since I was a kid, you know? Everything's earned and never taken for granted.
Scott Fulmer says he's not a fan of flanger, but he is now. Thank you.
Oh. Well, thank you. I mean, it's... See, the flanger is a great piece of gear because you could put it in front of or behind an amp, and it completely changes the way it sounds. In fact, I will demonstrate that for you now, okay? So let me do this. Where's my flanger at? Action. Copy block. Let me go down here. Paste block.
We're getting scorpion suggestions. Tequila with a scorpion in it. She says when it's hot in the summer, they come out in the dark.
Oh, okay.
Chicago Todd, I'm with Frank. A scorpion bowl with 2 straws. A scorpion bowl. I've not heard of this.
Wow, that's interesting.
We're gonna. Uh oh. I'm feeling something that we're gonna have to try.
All right, so let me show you something. Let me show you something. That was my Fire Marshal Bill impression. Let me show you something. All right, so here's the flanger before the amp. Okay, so let me turn that on. Let me mute the mic. Okay, so there's the flanger before the amp. Alright, so let me do this. Now I haven't dialed this in for after the amp, but it's going to give you an example of how different it sounds after. I just copied and pasted it after the amp. Let me make sure I did this right.
I did my mouth with it. I was like, woo, woo.
Yeah, so I mean that was a flanger dialed in to sound great in front of the amp, but I put it after the amp with those same settings. So let me do this. I'll show you what I can
George
do here.
says I used the Rev G3 distortion and sound very good also, buddy. Yeah.
Okay.
DISD.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're all great. You know, I mean, it really does sound amazing. So here it is. I just reset the flanger to like the standard settings. Let's see what that sounds like after the amp now. So it gives you an example of like how different they can really sound. So it's a great dual pedal, once before, once after, and the Helix allows you to do that, so you can have best of both worlds without having to buy 2 flangers. You know, flanger pedals are expensive. So
Frank says it's so cool that you can demo a pedal in different locations with a couple clicks.
Yeah,
right?
It really is. Like click, 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 done. You know,
He
that's how
also
simple
says
it was.
that we need to go to a Chinese restaurant and order 3 scorpion bowls. What is it? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to Google this scorpion bowl.
We're gonna Google that.
What,
I mean,
do they sting you when you eat it? You're like, and then you have
No.
to talk like this.
Hey Frank, thanks a lot for the suggestion of the scorpion bowl. It was really good. Thanks a lot. I'll eat one, and then I'll demo the 8 sex of sex. Hey everybody, here's the 8 sex of sex. With a flanger on it.
The Chicago Todd says, I had 5th row seats to see Uli John Roth from Scorpions in May.
Oh, man.
Oh, but the show, of course, is being rescheduled. Interested to see if this is because it's a one-man show. I like the Scorpions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Scorpions rule.
Any tiki bar will have Scorpions. Okay. I'm feeling like we have to go try this.
Yeah, I guess we have to.
He says, "Oh, they sting." Rock you like a hurricane.
Oh man, that was some of the greatest stuff from the 80s, man.
Love
No One Like You, Rock You Like a Hurricane.
No one like you.
I liked Big City Nights too. I thought Big City Nights was an awesome song. That whole album was great.
I love the Scorpions.
Yeah. That album, Love at First Sting, was amazing. Every song on there was awesome.
Aunt Debbie says she's trying to add a picture of my hunt, but she doesn't know how. The sting hurts bad too. Yeah, I don't think you can share pictures in the chat.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
I wish you could. That'd be awesome.
But you can share it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I mean if anybody has any doubts about how flexible the Helix is, I just took some pretty big chances with it tonight and did all this stuff, and it really is. It's very flexible and cool. So it's amazing. Like I do love my pedals. Don't get me wrong. I love my pedals, but the more I use this product, I'm starting to realize that I really I don't need as many pedals as I thought I would on top of the Helix, because it really does.
So you can get rid of your aircraft carrier?
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, though, is like with the updates...
Oh, they can't see it.
Yeah, they can't see it. With the updates, you get new pedals, you get new effects, you get new stuff in there all the time. So it's really cool, But, well, we need to get some food. I'm feeling it. Like, I'm starting to get the shakes. I got to eat, man. So I've only had 2 meals today. Normally by now I've had 4. So, yes. Yeah. So, anyways, well, hey, guys... Girls, everybody, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for the interaction. It's been great.
Yes, thank you very much.
Except for the bathroom breaks. You guys got to get better at the bathroom breaks.
They like seeing... Well, here's the thing, though. They like seeing your Garth impression. That's what it is. Well, thanks again for being here. We really
what
appreciate
we're going to have to do? We're going to have to assign someone. People are going to have to come check to see who is assigned to talk to Kari during the bathroom break.
Yeah, exactly. You have to pick somebody at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Who wants to talk to Kari tonight?
You got to stick
Keep her occupied. Exactly, But
yeah, let's get some food.
Yeah, well,
thanks,
thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate the super chats.
Shootouts?
Yeah.
Oh.
Appreciate the
super chats.
The super chats. I think I got bit by a scorpion. Appreciate the super chats. No, we really do. We appreciate the super chats and all the support. And seriously, we love seeing the interaction here. And we're just as excited to be here as you guys are. And I will be live Wednesday night with the Fryette SIG-X. Yep, Fryette
cigarettes.
No,
SIG-X.
SIG-X. And I'll be pairing it with the Helix with my 4-cable method stuff. And I'm going to have a full-blown show with that. I'll do lots of mixes for you and try not to make any mistakes that night.
Frank says 3.0 is going to amaze you. Are we getting one? Are we getting a 3.0? Well, it's an update.
3.0 is the update. When's it coming? When's it coming? Frank! Frank! It's Arnold
When's
here.
it coming?
When's 3.0 coming? Come on, do it now. Do it. I'm here. Kill me now. It's a 3.0. Do it now. I'm here. Get to the chopper and fly to my house. Give me 3.0. Do it now. I can't take it anymore. Do it. All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock with the Fryette SIG-X. It's going to be sick. All right, you guys. God bless you guys.
Bye.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and every day is a gift, and I appreciate you.